Hi, my name is Eagle Paulson. I'm currently in the shop of manufacturing technology and the graduating class of 2020. I took
This is And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Tiger Talk. We're listening to Tiger Talk live on WSKB 89.5 with my co-host, Mrs. Groom. You listen to the number one rated talk show on WSKB 89.5. Welcome, Mrs. Groom.
Good morning, Mr. Daly.
Oh, okay. How's everything going? So we are listening right.
Great.
Yeah, so we're doing well. We're up on the TV. Trying to get. We are run by the kids.
Yep.
This is a show that's run by the kids for the kids.
Yeah.
We talk about everything Westfield Tech that's happening. We need to get we were let a little out of whack, and you are. I blame that on you. So let's get settled down.
Okay.
All right.
We shall. Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm looking at. There's Sam Morse in there.
Okay.
Hey, Sam and Curtis Elmer.
So every
Corny?
week we do a show. We have been. Last week we had a great show.
We did.
Did we?
We did.
Who was on
Not
last
last week because
We
we
had
had
vacation.
vacation, but the
Right.
week before, our last.
Right.
And our followers know we have trouble with time. It's weeks and months and days.
Yeah.
You mix it up.
I struggle with that. So anyway, it's March 2nd. It's March 2nd. Well, I'm a mess right now. Here we go. So we were talking. We have a great show today. We have Officer Turgeon here today,
Brian Turgeon.
who's sitting right to my right here.
Yes.
He's our new school resource officer.
Correct.
We've been trying to get, unfortunately or fortunately, Officer Plouffe has retired.
For him,
Fortunately for us, unfortunately.
After 30 years of service.
30 years of
And
service, and
we
we
had a
thank him
nice
for that.
reception for him
did.
on Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
February 14th.
Yep.
So many people turned out, dropped in over at Tigers Pride. It was an open house. And now we're fortunate to have Brian Turgeon on the scene as our SRO.
Yeah, and if you see Officer Plouffe on the streets, give him a Gatorade. Just give him something to drink, right, Officer Turgeon?
Yeah, I think he's more into water. But
Oh yeah, okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
you're
if
right.
he's into
Water.
Gatorade,
You know, I often think of that when it's 100 degrees and these guys are directing traffic, and now you're like, pull up,
Yeah.
give him a drink, give him a
As
bottle of
you
water.
think of that when you're driving by.
Yeah, and then you're like, I wish I had a
Some
cooler
water.
of Gatorades or
Right.
waters I could just throw one at you guys that are doing road detail. But, you know,
Yeah,
What a-
we certainly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
And then if I give my card with you, then if I ever get pulled over, then, oh, this guy gave me water or Gatorade.
Yeah.
I'm going to
you
let
know,
him go.
It goes a long way sometimes.
See?
You know?
So you guys can be bribed. I like it. Brian, while we get you on, if you could just chill for like 2 seconds before we get into what's going on, I want to talk about things that are happening in our school. We got always, as always, we finished our CTE week a couple weeks ago before vacation. We had a great ceremony on our honor society. We also had our shop induction ceremony
for our
where
sophomores.
all our sophomores were officially inducted into their shop. So basically, it's a culmination of all their hard work of their freshman year and half of their sophomore year, and
Right.
we just recognize them, give them certificates. The families came, if they could, to see them be inducted. It's sort of a nice thing that I don't know that all schools do. So that was great. We had coming up, we have school-wise, we have our semi-formal coming up, which we
Yep.
can talk about now or later.
Yeah, why don't we go for it
so
right
the
now?
semi-formal is
On Friday, March 10th.
March 10th.
It's at Shaker Farms Country Club.
Yes.
It's from 6 to 10. Tickets are being sold at both lunches for $25 per person.
Yep.
This year's theme is A Night in Venice.
Okay.
Yeah, and the
Are they arriving on gondolas?
that would be nice.
That'd be cool.
Menus brought to us by our very own culinary department.
Oh, really?
here.
Okay, what do we got?
Assorted cheese and crackers,
Yep.
assorted Italian cookies, European macarons.
Macaroons.
Well, it depends on how you say it.
It's macaroons.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Because you are
Next.
fruit salad,
Yummy,
chocolate
yummy.
dipped strawberries,
It's a good-
mini cannolis.
Do you remember the Wiggles?
No.
Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. See, I see Sam sees that. Yeah. Yeah, it used to be a big show for the kids. They
Yeah.
dress up in different colors. And
Yeah.
They had a
Because
lot of cool songs.
Brian and I are adults.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then unlimited soda bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Live DJ, dancing, and entertainment.
Nice. Are you going to be in attendance
Of
of
course.
the semi? Okay. I
would
will
like
too.
to pop in.
Officer Turgeon, you going to be there?
At the school dance?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get
I'll have
back
to
you.
check my schedule.
Yeah, we'll have to get back to you. So that's happening, which is really great. Now, in the past, we have tried our semis. Recently, I'd say in the last few years, our school participation for the semi and the prom has gone up dramatically.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we get excited about that. It's a nice
Right.
night. It's at Shaker Farms. It's done early, so
Yeah,
it's nice for everybody.
it is.
So that's coming up. We have obviously we have our restaurant is open today and tomorrow. We can get to that in a minute. We don't
Yes,
have to talk
sir.
about the restaurant, the
Sure.
menu yet.
I'll wait.
We have MCAS coming up, which is across
Mm-hmm.
the state. Everybody has to do that, and Mrs. Groom has volunteered to pretty much take over a lot of that role. We appreciate that, Mrs. Groom. I'll help a little bit, and then also on March 17th. It's a pretty awesome day.
It is.
It's St. Patty's Day.
Right.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
There's
Mrs.
more.
Groom.
There's
well,
more.
wait, there's more.
Yeah.
What is happening at Westfield Tech on March 17th, Mrs. Groom?
I think it's the best day of the year for Mr. Daly.
No, for the kids. It's one of the best days for the
Okay,
kids.
yes, it's
What is
always about the kids.
it? What is it?
It's our student versus staff basketball game.
Yes.
I do understand we have like one of the best players
Yeah?
for the staff sitting at this table
Yeah.
right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Officer Turgeon.
Well, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah.
We're so happy you're on the team this year because we do understand what a great asset you will be.
Oh, thank you.
So, Officer Turgeon, what they're trying to do right now, and I say Mrs. Groom and others in the staff are trying to needle me because they like that you're athletic, and we finally have somebody. I'm excited. We have somebody else. Not that we don't have athletic people here, but he's young. How old are you?
I'm 33.
Yeah, he's younger than me, and he
I'll say.
understands how to play basketball a little bit, which is great. Not that other people don't. So what happens is we have a fundraiser.
Yes.
And this year, as in last year, we're going to raise money for the Rob O'Leary Scholarship, one of our colleagues who unfortunately passed away a couple years ago.
Beloved Mr. O'Leary.
So what we do is, as part of the fundraiser, in the past we've done it for teachers, we've done it for good causes. I know Coach DeLude has done the box out tournament during the season for cancer, and he's donated the money this year to Rob's scholarship. So we're gonna basically it's a pep rally, I guess, right?
Yeah.
The whole school, most
whole
of the school
school.
attends.
Yeah.
We do a little reverse schedule, and it's fun to see the teachers play against the kids. The kids will destroy us, probably not.
I don't think so.
Yes. And we do our best. And the coach this year
Yeah.
is who?
Monica Tribus, our school nurse.
And also,
I was coach last year.
yes, the head
Yeah.
coach. You lost. You're on probation. But you were the head coach, and you're still the head coach, but you're in hot water if you don't
It's on the
do
hot
something.
seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you're feeling the heat a little bit. I don't know if alienating the top player or the top players is the great way to go, but that's your choice.
Hey, you have your coaching style. I have mine.
Okay. So that is March 17th. We're at the last period. Welcome. I'm still thinking about Senator Vilas coming to play for us. Is that legal?
I think we make our own rules.
Okay. All right. But the kids, we'll talk about when Al comes on. He'll get a kick out of that. Alejandro Rogers, he's going to play for that too. So that's March 17th. That's really fun. So that's one of the. It's a fun thing, you know.
It
Schools
is.
don't do a lot of fun things anymore.
It helps
that
build
true?
climate. It is true.
Yeah.
It helps build climate, and
So anyway, so that's what's going on. We got Nico Paulson on the show today.
We do.
So we're going to talk about Shop Student Spotlight. We got a lot going on. We got sports as well. So
Yes.
let's talk to Officer Turgeon.
sure.
All right, Brian, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for co-hosting for the last couple minutes. We tried forever to get Officer Plouffe on. We always respectfully declined. We wanted to bring you on because I don't know that everybody out there knows that we have a school resource officer in our building, and it's not. They're not walking around throwing cuffs on kids and macing people, right? I mean, that's not the point of having you in our building.
Certainly not.
What is your understanding? And we'll get a little. Why don't we, before we get into that, give us a little background? You said we already got your age, but you've been on the force, and what made you? What interested you in becoming the school resource officer?
Well, I mean, I've always kind of, had a passion for working with youths. I coached my daughter's soccer team, and after high school, I helped coach Ludlow High School basketball because I went to Ludlow High, and I was in the Big Brothers Big Sisters Foundation when I was in college as well. So I don't know, like mentoring youth has always been kind of a passion of mine. It's fun to see kids kind of live up to their potential.
Yeah.
And helping them get there.
And how long have you been with the Westville Police?
3.5 years full time.
Yep.
And then prior to going to the academy, I was about 2.5 years as a reserve, which is kind of like a part. It's like being a substitute.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And that's so. How did you get into the school part? Like, what you just?
Well,
how does that work? I don't even.
They
know.
put out an email.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, Officer Plouffe is planning on retiring. If
Yeah.
you're interested in being a school resource officer, make your intentions known. So I was a little on, when I saw that, I was like, oh man, that sounds pretty interesting. Right. Discussed it with my wife, and we were like, yeah, that sounds like a really good idea.
You have young kids as well?
I do. I do. I have 3 kids.
So schedule-wise, it probably works out a little bit for you.
Yeah,
right?
I'd be lying if I didn't say the schedule was a big part of it as well. But the job itself, I love so far, and this school is phenomenal. I've been blown away by just.
Did you know anything about Westfield Tech prior to coming here?
I knew close to nothing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I had never really been around a vocational school like this before, or a trade school, as some people would call it. But just watching the different shops and stuff at the school is amazing. How these kids take, real life practices and apply them to school.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's Mrs. Groom. I think you'll agree. Brian has been pretty seamless the transition
Absolutely.
so far.
I've been watching, like we're at lunch together,
Yeah.
and the relationships are already building. Being throughout the halls. The kids are already starting to connect with you. That's huge.
Yeah, it's nice to. So we don't have the police officer here to, like I said, run around and be the bad guy. I mean,
No.
he's here to form relationships with kids, know that he's a guy that they can go to and talk to and trust if there's something going on outside of school or in school. Typically as administration, it's nice to have them to bounce things off of for suggestions or things that are going on. Officer Plouffe did a great job with that. I learned a lot from him as he was here prior to me coming, and he taught me a lot about, parents and how to handle certain things and protocols and things like that. And we try to work pretty closely with the police in a
Yep.
positive way.
Right. Building a community.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
it. And I think you playing basketball with the kids, which, by the way, I came in the gym. What was it, Monday?
Yep.
And he was already full into a 3-on-3 game.
Yeah.
And you can't, you didn't know. I'm like, where's Officer Turgeon? He was already playing. So the kids are actually, I see him saying hi to you. I see you sitting at lunch with them. So you're doing a great job. You're doing everything you need to do, and I think the transition's been pretty seamless. Huh?
Yes,
Do you agree?
absolutely. And it was nice that you were able to shadow with Officer Plouffe.
Yeah.
So you get the lay of the land from our WTASRO expert, and
Yeah, he certainly was an expert at this school. He knew this school inside and out. He knew all the students. I always thought it was so cool when I first started shadowing him that, how many kids would say, hi, Officer Plouffe, good morning, Officer Plouffe.
Right.
So he had a great connection with the kids, and I'm just trying to do the same thing as well. So when I found out I was going to be a school resource officer here, just a little background as to, what it entails. They sent me to a week-long course in Hartford. That's just, it's nationwide. It's put on by NASRO, which is National Association of School Resource Officers. And they basically just teach you kind of, what your roles are as an SRO. And they, one of the big thing is the triad model, which is, it's a triangle, and you're part law enforcement officer, part counselor, because you work hand in hand with the guidance counselors as well. And then you are part educator / mentor. So kind of a cool model to, go by here.
Yeah, it's nice that they give you that.
yeah, absolutely.
So on the side, you also let everybody. It's not you still. If we don't have school or there are you'll still be in a cruiser as well, right? And on times where they need you, right?
Yeah, like school vacation weeks
Yeah.
and summer vacation. I just go back to being a patrolman.
Yeah.
Which I love as well.
Right.
I can already tell I'm kind of going to miss that aspect of being
Right.
policing, but I can still do both.
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
definitely appreciate you having me.
Yeah,
here.
it sounds like it's best of both worlds for you. So
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it fits
And
all the needs.
I thank to the superintendent and the mayor because there were times where we didn't have
Right.
a school resource officer, and you don't know how important they are until
Correct.
what?
It's yes,
Until they're not here.
that's correct.
You didn't know what I was going to say, did you?
No, I did, but I
This
had
is like talking sports with you. You just zoned out on me.
no because what I was going to say was probably not appropriate for air. So
Okay. Wow. Are we going to ask Officer Turgeon some questions?
yeah, I have a question right now.
I was talking about the
first.
fast
I
five.
know. I'm going to do that too.
Okay.
You didn't know what I was going to say
All right.
either.
Go ahead, Miss.
How about pets, Officer Turgeon, and
Oh.
particularly dogs?
Wow. I actually, my household is pretty crazy, actually. We have a dog. We have a Hungarian Vizsla, which every time I tell people what a Vizsla is, they go, what? What kind of dog is that? But it's actually the Gary Rome Hyundai dog. And,
Okay.
And then once you say that, everybody seems to know what a Vizsla is. I have a cat. I have a fish, and I have a hamster.
Whoa.
Oh wow, I didn't realize
And
you had all the
yeah,
others.
well, my 10-year-old daughter,
Yeah.
she has the hamster. The fish is for my son. However, the hamster seems to get loose.
When is the
we-
cat going to eat the hamster? That's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
sort of
I'm
cool.
surprised that has
I mean,
I'm surprised that has not happened yet.
Yeah.
Because the hamster has gotten loose out
Yeah.
of the cage a couple times. We have to keep something on top of the
Yes.
crate because it
Yes.
finds its way out.
That's very typical.
But we always find it.
Yeah, that's good. So I do have a couple other questions for you, and they're just fast and quick. What's your favorite restaurant?
I would say, my first job ever, I was a busboy at Texas Roadhouse in Springfield, and I've always loved Texas
yeah.
Roadhouse. I ended up working there for about 6 years, from about age 16 to 22.
Whoa, nice.
And
Yeah.
I ate a lot
It stuck
of
with
the
you.
rolls,
Yeah.
a lot of the butter.
Hey, if you can work there and really like the restaurant after that,
Yeah,
makes a difference.
That is good, yeah.
What's your favorite vacation destination?
I have not been on enough vacations. Me and my wife, when we went on our honeymoon, we went on a cruise, and that was my only cruise I've ever been on. But I would certainly love to do it again. We went to Grand Cayman and Cozumel, Mexico.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
And finally, we have 12 shops here, and I know I'm not sure if you've been to all of them, but if you were going to be a student at WTA, what shop do you think you'd choose?
Ooh, that's a tough one, but I think I've thought about this before. Probably, I mean, aviation is a really cool thing. I mean, it's just, you know,
It's planes.
Airplanes have always been pretty fascinating, and you know, to learn how to build an airplane or you know, repair an airplane would be really cool.
Nice.
Super.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Usually there's 5 questions. I don't know why you went with 3.
Because I was given the
We're
signal.
against the clock.
Yeah.
Well, Officer Turgeon, we thank you for coming on this year. They're the first policeman we've had on the show ever. So hopefully the ratings go up. If you are listening and you want to see us, go up to YouTube on Westfield Community Radio. You could like, tag, share, follow us, whatever you want. We're the #1 show. How many show views did we have last week?
I think we're almost 130, if not more.
Not bad. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. And the transition you've made from Officer Plouffe has been awesome. Keep up the good work. You are going to be playing tomorrow after school for hoops.
I think I'm playing today and tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Coach Groom is happy about that. I'm actually load management for me, so I'm not gonna overdo it. I got a couple of years on you, but we're gonna keep working on it. You're gonna be playing a lot, so make sure you're in shape. Do the suicides and sprints, so we're ready to go.
Will do.
All right. Thanks for coming on. You listen to Tiger Talk.
Many miles Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Hey, welcome everybody back to Tiger Talk. You're listening live. It's 8:29 a.m. on March 2nd, 2023. You're sitting here listening with Mrs. Groom.
Here I am.
Just saying, I can't see.
I'm going to have to make this bigger.
I don't know. When do your eyes start going on you?
Well, you're much older than I am. I
No,
don't
that's
know.
not true. Way older. I don't know what's going on. I just feel like everything is like
You know, I think our eyes become dependent on the glasses, and then they have to readjust.
horrible.
Yeah.
Not only did I go gray early, now I'm losing my hair, almost lost my hair.
Yeah.
And now I can't see.
Well-
And now I'm not even the best basketball player in school anymore, according to the coach. I'm going to have trouble. I'm going to
Well,
practice after.
that's only to get you to step it up.
Just want to let you know, if you guys are listening out there and you want to comment on this, get up on the website and just talk about Mrs. Groom and how rude she's been to me today. It's fine. You're on probation again.
Okay.
I don't have my ex here to buzzer you, but
I know.
I'm looking
Somebody
for a
took
new
it.
co-host.
Oh, it's
So
over there.
we'll do a poll again. We did it last year, and you just barely made it by the skin of your teeth. So we'll do another poll. Nico's here. Maybe we'll talk about Nico. Maybe he wants a co-host. I don't know. We got to do something. But we want to talk some really positive things. We'll get off the negative. Let's talk about our restaurant, because we weren't open last week, but we are open today and tomorrow.
Correct.
So if
Okay.
you're out there listening, you want to stop by for an awesome lunch.
Yes.
What do we got today?
All right, they're open from 10:45 to 12:15. There's soups today and tomorrow, chicken gumbo or creamy cheddar broccoli. The sandwich of the week is the chicken bacon chipotle ranch wrap, crispy chicken tenders rolled in a flour tortilla with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and zesty chipotle ranch, served on your choice of bread with chef's side and a pickle. Our entrees today, the salad for today and tomorrow is a crispy chicken Caesar salad. And our entrees today is the breakfast risotto. Creamy Italian arborio rice with sausage, peppers, and onions topped with a poached egg and frizzled potatoes, finished with sriracha and a cantaloupe wedge. And then what I'm going to get is the artichoke and mushroom chicken. Lightly breaded chicken breast with mushrooms, artichokes, white wine, and Parmesan cheese served with rice pilaf and sautéed squash medley. Okay.
Sounds
and
good.
then-
I don't like artichokes, though.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
I do like artichoke spinach dip, but I'll eat around the artichokes that are in there.
Yes.
So it's really-
I believe I've made some and I've seen that.
You spit it out.
Tomorrow's entrees, creamy shrimp and grits, sautéed shrimp with onions, peppers, garlic, and bacon, finished with a touch of cream.
Kiss my grits, Mel. You remember that?
Oh, yeah, Alice.
Yeah.
Served over white cornmeal grits with a side of sautéed green beans. I've never had grits, so. And then.
I reckon you should.
Yeah. Grilled brine pork cutlet. Grilled boneless pork chop brined in coffee and molasses.
Don't you think that was good? I said I reckon. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Patna.
that sounds delicious.
Yes, Patna, I do.
Yeah, yeah.
And served with sautéed green beans and rice pilaf.
Well, that sounds delicious. So if you're out and about and you want to stop by and get a nice lunch, it's the price is right. Like, you can't beat it.
No.
It's made by the kids. You're supporting our school and the kids. So stop on by and get your grits.
Yeah.
Kiss them. What else?
And while we're talking about it,
Yeah, kiss and grits.
no, the
When
Tiger's
pigs
Pride.
fly, remember she used to think, what was that, Flo?
There
Remember?
was Flo.
Yeah,
there was
she was the
Flo.
one that said,
Mel.
"Mel, kiss my
yeah,
grits."
Yeah. Boy,
All right,
that's
moving on. Come on.
really aging you.
Yeah, I know. Wonder I
And
agree.
so, just about the veteran
Yes.
appreciation luncheons.
That was awesome.
So last month we had a Wednesday where our military vets came in and had some much needed admiration for their service. And as you can see on the screen there, how busy it was.
Yeah.
And that was on behalf of the Veterans Council. And we also want to thank Elm Electric for sponsoring last month's. So they had one yesterday as well. And I will like to get the information on who sponsored that, but I do not have that. But we will make note of that on our next show, or if I can get the information before the end of this show.
Yeah. You can see them working hard. I walked in there yesterday just to, I always like to bop through the kitchen and see
Absolutely.
what's going on.
It's an amazing
And
place to be.
They were like, behind you, to
Yes.
the left, get out of the way, Mr. Daly.
Yes.
And I was like, fine.
Yes.
I'm just trying to,
It is a busy place back there.
No, it was great, and we had a full house. I bet there had to be 70 people there.
Yep. They've had space for 60, but I think that we've been really increasing that. So yesterday they had reservations for 65.
Yeah, that's great. And look at this, we're adding live video footage
That's right.
to our show while we're talking. That's great.
That's super.
I want to talk about. So that's great. And we're gonna have another one next month, right? Probably?
Yes, we are, and I will find out who the sponsor
Yeah,
was for
awesome.
yesterday.
I do want to talk about co-op. Co-op for us is going strong. We're up to 61 kids out in co-op.
That's great, because I think we were at 50 the last time
we're
you
at
reported
50,
out.
and I think we're getting to the point where some companies are calling and looking for juniors now, or their juniors are eligible. 61 plus we have our 5 kids at Gulfstream. So really, those are kids that are working after school. So it's technically not a co-op, but we're up to 66 kids. And you know my goal. I want to get.
Yeah, 75.
No, I said 100, but I'll take 75. 100 was ambitious.
It was, but you shoot for the moon.
So hopefully, the employers out there are still looking for kids, particularly in the spring. It'll pick up. This is always a quiet time for getting kids out and work. But
and getting the word out.
Yeah, I did want to mention the companies that we have working for us, working with us, and taking on our kids, because if anybody's listening has a chance to support these companies, we want to promote that. So support the companies that support us. I'm just going to blow through them because I think it's important that we mention them. We have somebody at Roots. So if you want to go in the pool, Mrs. Groom, or go to your lacrosse, work on your adult lacrosse game or soccer.
That's right.
Go up to Roots. Armbrook Village, Genesis, RM Sullivan, Family Ford, ATG Trucking Group, Belize Lexus, Sarrett Ford, Raymakers, Town Fair Tire, Polish National Credit Union. We've had kids at the Westfield Tech Center, Aero Fastener. We have like 5 people there. Westfield Gas and Electric's always good to us. Belize Collision, Trademark Construction, Lake Hay Building, Kiter Corporation, Wright Architectural, New Vision Construction, the Shortstop Bar and Grill, which you were just at Monday.
Yes.
What was
that
going
was
on?
fabulous.
Yeah, what you didn't?
It was
didn't
fun.
Mention that.
I didn't. Because it feels like it was so long ago
know.
because of that snow day. But there was a fundraiser, and I believe it was 10% of the check or 15% of the check went to our fundraiser for the class of 2026. Oh, I can't remember.
my.
2025.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, I did go. I'm sorry I missed you because I didn't see you there. But I was there. We had a whole crew, and I saw families together, and
Well,
it was
I'd
a
like to-
wonderful night.
Yep, and I wasn't there because I had previous engagements, so I apologize that I was trying to support my family a little bit. So you're okay. That's fine. I do want to give a little call, a little shout out, and a recognition to one of our most prolific listeners,
Yes.
Bridget Allen, and her sister Caitlin.
Yes.
They love Mrs. Groom. I don't know why, but you were like a celebrity when you met them.
I did meet them. That
Yeah,
was
did you feel
super cool.
celebrity-ish?
Well, they certainly made me feel that way. It was so sweet.
Yeah, I was like, she's just,
They're awesome. They're just awesome.
I said, Mrs. Groom, she's just a person like you and everybody else. But they were like, you were like royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so cool
At least
to
somebody
meet.
likes you. That's nice.
I know.
Yeah. All right, so that was fun.
Thanks.
So
Hi, Bridget. Hi,
yeah.
Caitlin.
Did you? And we had a good turnout at the shortstop.
We did. We did. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was to raise money for the
Thank
class
you to
of
everybody.
2025, 24, 23, 26.
Miss Camp and Miss Tribus, they are the advisors for that class,
They're
and
gonna
I
let you have it, I'm
apologize.
sure they're gonna
And that's
let you,
okay.
yeah.
I have a lot in my head.
So we do have people working at the Shortstop Grill. We have Nadim's Restaurant. We have kids at Elm Electric, which we did a special in the advertiser, the Mass Live about that. Victor Biley Electric, Anchor Electric, Johnson Electric, Irwin Electric, Drew Heath Electric, Cypec Electric, the Springfield Thunderbirds, which I'm supposed to mention the Thunderbirds with you, Nico, for something, I think, right? Yeah.
Did you get recognized?
Yeah.
No?
No. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on. Wyman Construction, the ranch, which we're on a hold on the ranch because the golf course is closed, but we'll be back there. Southwick DPW, Tynick Landscape, Valley View Landscape, Partners in Community, Hogan Technologies, Gas Electric again, Mechanical Drive Components, Advanced Manufacturing, as always, Rock Valley Tool, Spectrum Machining, Command, and the one I wanted to say for last was Van Pelt Precision, which our guest to my right is Nico Paulson. He's a senior here out of manufacturing. What's up, Nico?
Not too much, Mr. Daly. Good morning.
Hey, thanks for coming on. We got Nico last minute yesterday.
Yeah,
Called
thank
him out of
you.
class. He was super stoked. I'm hoping to come on the show, and I wanted to, we always highlight a kid, and today you're the guy, buddy. So what's going on?
Not too much.
No. So you're on co-op right now. Tell us about your co-op experience. When did you start? Did you start your junior year?
So I did start my junior year not with co-op.
Mm-hmm.
I had personal connections with the owner of the company,
Yeah.
and I started working there after school. And come senior year, I transitioned into co-op.
Nice.
Working there.
How's that going so far?
So far, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm loving every day there, making a change in the world, making parts. It's,
Yeah. And making some money.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what it's about. So, Nico, the reason I had you on, one of the reasons is we did a little spotlight on you, right? I don't know if we're, yep, okay. So, what I want to do is I want to show the student spotlight first, and so this is one of the things that our radio and TV communications with Mr. Forney is doing every week, I think. Highlighting and spotlighting a student from our school, all the great things that they've done, things that you do at work, personally, outside of school. And are you our most recent posting? Are you our most recent student?
Yes,
of-
I'm
Yes.
one of the more recent ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's roll the shop student spotlight, and then we'll come back and talk with Nico Paulson.
Hi, my name is Nico Paulson. I'm currently in the shop of manufacturing technology and the graduating class of 2023. I chose manufacturing for the fact that I like taking nothing and making something. I feel like that's just something that's so cool, is I can take just a block of material and turn it into something that's useful in everyday life, and you can make it more spectacular than what it started off with. Currently, I work at Van Pelt Precision, is a manufacturing company here in Westfield. There I run all types of machines. I do some programming, inspection, do a little bit of everything there. Some of my favorite things to do in manufacturing is just making programs and actually running a machine. It's one thing to see it on the computer, creating a model or 3D model and everything, and then actually bringing it to life and watching the machines go, and just cutting chips is always fun. To be honest, I'm not really sure where I see myself in 5 years. I'm hoping to be working for a big manufacturing company, working my way up in the ranks and possibly become a manager at some point in some company. Outside of school and shop, I love to travel and just explore. I'm happy if I'm just dropped in the middle of the woods and walking around. That's one of the things I love to do. Back in 2014, I went to Italy for 2 weeks. And then back in 2019, I lived in Italy with some cousins for a month. Big animal lover. I've always been into animals. I love big predatory fish. I have 5 fish tanks at home. It's great pets. Love them. Outside of shop, I believe my favorite academic subject, honestly, is either between gym or math. Math just comes easy to me, and I like gym because I like staying active. It's good for me.
That was amazing. We're back with Nico Paulson. We just saw the
Yeah.
student spotlight.
We get to learn a lot about students.
Dude, sun's out, guns out. You been lifting, huh?
Yes, sir. I've been getting into the gym lately.
Oh,
And
talk of the town. It's all over school how Jack Nico looks in that video. So good job. It's paying off, right? I love the predatory fish thing.
I know.
Mrs. Groom was a little taken back by that.
We had a discussion off air.
So are you throwing them like chum in the water, like a shark, and have them go attack it, or?
yeah, every now and then I usually do like a lot of earthworms and everything. I'll
Yeah.
grab a whole handful and just throw them in
That
and
must
watch
be
them
so
go
cool
crazy.
to watch, huh?
A lot of times I get soaked from just the fish jumping around.
Really?
Oh, wow.
That's cool. Awesome job on that video, by the way. You did a great job.
And what was that last photo?
That last photo was taken in a haunted house in
okay.
New York.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
So Nico's here. He's
Cool.
a senior. He's out of manufacturing. He works for Van Pelt. Is it Van Pelt Manufacturing or
Van Pelt Precision.
Precision. He's doing good. What when you, I would like to ask this to everybody. Like when you came to school, you're a Westfield student.
Yes.
What made
Or
you?
originally Hilltowns.
Yeah.
Right.
What made you want to come to Westfield Tech?
So honestly, I didn't see a future in college or even going to college.
Yeah.
But I wanted to pick up some kind of knowledge to have, if I don't make a career, something to fall back on. So that's why I decided to come to Westwood Tech to pick up some trade, which ended up being manufacturing, and it could be a possible career for me.
Well, you're doing great.
Yeah, you
we're,
are.
We're proud of what you're doing,
Yep.
and we love that you're out representing us. You're doing a
Yes.
good job. I love the fish. I love
Yeah, learning more
predatory
about
fish. I
students
do
that
like
we
that.
don't know.
Yeah,
That's so
really
cool.
So thanks for coming on, Nico.
Yeah,
You
we
did a great
appreciate
job.
it.
Thank
All
you
right?
very much.
Good
Yeah.
luck the rest of the year, and I'm hoping. Well, obviously, it's good to see you. Are you any plans to? We'll ask that at a different time. So
Okay.
anyway, that's it. I was going to ask him something else, but
Okay.
we'll move on. All right, so we're against the clock. So we're going to go to a quick song right now. Thanks for Nico coming on, and we'll be back with more Tiger Talk.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
And we're back here at Tiger Talk, listening live on 89.5 WSKB. It's 8:48 a.m. You're listening to the number one talk show on community radio. It's not just self-proclaimed; it is the truth. You know, we pumped up the numbers last week for the superintendent. I'm sure he's grateful of that.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about that, Mrs. Groom, that we were
I know
guests.
that we were there,
uh,
but he wasn't
2
on the
weeks ago.
show,
He
unfortunately.
wasn't on the show. Maybe it's because, I don't know.
No, but we got to visit with Mrs. Dargy and Mr. Rogers,
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Christopher Rogers,
Yes,
and
not this Mr. Rogers.
right,
but,
and
yeah.
we got to learn about almonds
Yes.
and talk about how wonderful WTA is every
Yes.
day.
Yeah, it was a good time. It's a good show. So we're back here, and we listened. What were we listening to today, Mrs. Groom?
Another brick in the wall.
Yeah, one of your favorites, Pink Floyd. It's the I don't know what it is.
It just
Anniversary.
reminds me
Warnie
of
told me
junior high.
15th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon. Did you ever watch Dark Side of the Moon with the Wizard of Oz? Really weird. Check it out. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And unfortunately, we just couldn't get access to Officer Turgeon's song
Yeah.
that he submitted, Foster the People, Sit Next to Me. We'll try that for a future in honor of him coming
Yeah.
on. And then we had Synchronicity 2 was our first song by the Police. And it was kind of,
Sure.
wasn't it shocking that he is not familiar with the band The
No,
Police?
I know.
And we felt really old.
Yeah. But the
Or you
police,
did.
who's the singer of the Police?
Sting,
Yeah, what's his real name?
Gordon Sumner.
Whoa. All right. That's impressive. You guys, Vince, are you impressed?
I mean,
Love
Just
it.
be
You know,
impressed. If I
he's
can
like-
answer a
he's
question
like, "Mr. Daly, I don't
and
care."
get a
I don't care.
You
That's
know,
what he said.
cheer.
All right, it is Sports Corner now. You're listening to Sports Corner on Tiger Talk. We got Al and Vince here ready to talk to us about what's going on in the sports world, Westfield Tech, and across the country, right? Oh, my God. So, Vince, Al, why don't we start with you?
Okay. Well, MLB opening day.
When's that?
Right around the corner,
Right
March
around the corner.
March 30th.
Okay, March 30th. I like that.
Giants at the Yankees, Orioles at the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
Right around the corner, man. It's only like 28 days, 29 days
so,
away.
Al, preseason prediction: Yankees, Red Sox. We don't have to get crazy into it. Who's gonna? I know you're a Yankee fan, as am I, and Mrs. Groom and Vince. You guys are Sox fans. Should we do a wager for the year?
What do you say? What do you say, Vince?
I can't put any wagers on the Red Sox.
No, you
right
don't.
now.
It's so tough.
Typical,
No, it's
Al,
true, it's
typical
tough.
Red Sox fan. Look at they're bailing on their team. I would have bet you no matter what, whether I thought the Red Sox or Yankees were good or bad. But that's typical of a New England Red Sox fan. Al, go ahead, talk to us about the Yankees more.
Well, I mean, I feel like the Yankees this year, they need to get another outfielder.
Mm-hmm.
But Aaron Hicks isn't really the answer for me.
Well, come on, you don't know, maybe.
He can't stay healthy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
I want a guy that's younger, like Oswald Cabrera.
Okay.
He's young. He's like in his 20s.
Yep.
But, I mean, at least he can stay healthy.
Okay.
But
All right.
I don't know. There's a bunch of people fighting for spots right now. Shortstop too.
Yeah.
Like even words of Oswald Peraza. I mean, and they saw Anthony Volpe play yesterday too. That was fun. I watched their spring training game.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you. You've been watching them on TV a little bit.
Yeah, I saw them yesterday play for a little while.
Perfect.
They ended up winning a walk-off meaningless spring training game.
Yeah, love it. Vince, have you been catching any Sox at all?
A little bit, but I think the big thing for the Red Sox are bullpen stability.
Yeah.
Because I know Chris Sale's planning to come back next
Yep.
week, so that'll be huge.
That's
so
big.
we can get him going.
Yeah,
But the only holes I think is bullpen.
the bullpen.
Yeah,
As is a
lineup
lot-
looks all right.
There's a lot of teams, right? I mean, you got a good bullpen. You don't, Carol, you would agree. Do we see pitchers going 7, 8 innings anymore starting?
Not really, no.
No.
No, we're
What do they typically go?
bringing in I don't know, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah. Then we got to go bullpen. So it's tough.
Yep.
It's a lot of stress on the bullpen arms out there. Al, what else is up?
Well, not really in the MLB, other than the fact, I mean, the biggest question I asked for the MLB was, how will the pitch clock
Exactly.
affect this season for the MLB? Because I'm hearing from a lot of people, it's not going to change, the game's going to be too long, this, and that. I'm hearing it from a bunch of people, a lot of people in my shop, too, hating on my favorite sport, which is not what I like at all. AKA Mr. Forney. Had to call you out, man.
Ouch.
Anyways.
Ouch.
Point taken is this. I think that this year the game's gonna get speeding up from 4 hours to like me and Vince's type style in high school. Because
I wouldn't say 4 hours.
because I say that the game goes down at least an hour or two because of the pitch clock. Because there's pitch clock violations if you don't get the ball off.
Yeah, which we saw against the Red Sox this week. I think they lost the game or tied the game
off of
because
pitch clock
they weren't
violation.
weren't out of the batter's box or in the batter's box quick enough. Yeah, I feel like it shaved off a half hour of the game. Is it true, Vince? Did you see?
Yeah, it's what,
That's
like
the goal.
2:36 right now.
Yeah.
It's around, so
Yeah.
it's just gonna get better. I mean, anything to shorten the game,
Yeah.
even if it's by a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it is gonna affect pitcher, like how much they're gonna relax and stuff.
Right.
And they're probably not gonna go as long because they gotta speed up a little bit.
And
but-
how often they throw over to first, right? Things like that. I don't know if is there a rule to how often they can throw over? No,
Not that
not yet.
I know that you can only step out once every other batter.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can't do it like every single time. You can only do it once in your at bat for every batter. That's what I heard, Vince, that you can't do it like every single at
Yeah,
bat.
and so with the batter too, you can't keep calling time or you get.
Right.
You only get
offense,
one
like-
shot to do it.
Yeah, Nomar Garcia Parra would have struggled in this today, right?
Nomar.
Do you remember Nomar?
Of course I do.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's interesting. That's something to watch for baseball. That'll be interesting.
That was my
right there.
biggest question. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I feel like this. I mean, even with the whole the pitch clock and then the whole the violations too. Also the times for the pitcher to pitch. Like
Yeah.
I think that you're not gonna have a pitcher go for like 50 seconds now to pitch. They take
Yeah.
forever to pitch because that's why people call time. You take like a half
Takes
a minute
forever for them to throw it.
pitch.
Yeah.
So,
Vince, why don't talk to us about Westfield? I know Al's favorite sport is baseball. Is yours too?
Yeah.
So talk to us about Westfield Tech baseball. You guys are both trying out, right?
Yeah, that's coming up the 20th, 21st that week.
Yep.
So it'll be really exciting to get hopefully a good freshman class in.
Yeah.
You know, getting a lot of people at tryouts.
I will
but-
tell you that I think we do have a pretty good freshman class that came in.
I hope that we get a JV and varsity. That's what me and Vince hope.
Yeah.
We don't know yet because our coach said that he's not gonna know until
Sign
the day
up
of tryouts.
Right.
So we're hoping that's the case. We hope that we get a bunch of freshmen. I mean, we should. Freshman class this year is pretty big. So I hope that some people. I know a few people that are, but I hope that some people come and play. Dream it out. Give it a try. If you don't like it, then
Yeah. Yeah, I always say this. If you had a glove and you played up through Little League, then you're qualified to try out for the team. Now, you might not be on varsity, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But we'd love to get a JV team going because, you just need a couple kids from JV each year to move up to varsity, and you can create a good program there. So what are we looking at for the varsity team, Vince? How's it look? Strong?
I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah?
I mean, we're gonna make a push again for the league this year.
Did you guys win the league last year? No?
No, we co-op.
we had co-op.
Yeah, with.
Wasn't it Smith Vogue?
Yeah, it was Smith.
Shared it with Smith Volk.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. Well, that's cool. We're looking forward to that. Mrs. Groom, are you interested in coaching a JV team at all this year?
No, I'm not.
We need a JV coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love to
Yeah.
watch.
You do?
Yeah, coaching, not so much.
Well, you're the coach for the March 17th teacher versus students basketball game. Alejandro Rogers, are you going to be participating in that game?
Absolutely.
You are.
Last year you
I
were
think
the
I
announcer.
think you told me to save this for the show yesterday.
Yes.
Well, who did? Mrs. Groom?
You did.
Oh, what did I tell you to say?
No, we did.
I think you said something about crossing me up, is what you said.
Well, maybe breaking your ankles if you're trying to cover me too close.
What you said.
I mean,
So,
I'm
we
going to
found
try.
a coach. We found a coach, Zach Salasco from last year, actually.
Oh.
Gonna come back and do it.
Oh,
did
yes.
that?
We talked last night. Yeah, we have a
That
group
wasn't
chat.
approved by
I was just going to
people-
say, that's not
Well,
what we
me and,
understood it to be.
We had a group chat last night. We talked, and he said that he would come and help out again.
Yeah, do you think you should approve that with people that are running the game?
Yeah, that's why I was approving it with you right now.
On air.
Okay, you just did it.
You know,
I-
we
this
have
is
to
the
give.
first. This is the first time I saw you today,
Yeah.
so I
All
wanted
right.
to
We
put it
have
with
to
you
give
right
them
now.
credit.
Good credit.
They're, talking about this
Yeah.
and trying to get the best they can.
Now, Al, remember the rule. No, you have to let me get a couple shots off. No stuffing me every time I shoot.
Vince,
right?
what do you think I should
Vince,
do?
is that fair?
I don't know. It's
I'm
kind
old.
of one-sided, but
Yeah.
I think I was gonna put up a brick wall. That's why.
All right.
Oh.
Well, let's go.
right.
Vince, what do we got? Hey, what do we got quickly? We got about 3-4 minutes left.
3
Vince,
minutes.
Wait,
Why don't you tell us what's up with NBA and NHL?
NBA, we got Katie making his son's debut. That was big for them.
Yep.
LaMelo, he's gonna be out for the year.
What? I
Yeah,
didn't
with
know
an
that.
ankle.
Oh, okay.
So, and then Curry returning soon, hopefully.
thank God. Honestly.
But Tatum dropping 41. again.
41 against the Cavs last
Yeah,
night, right?
Cavs.
Donovan
Big
Mitchell
for
at
them,
44.
but Celtics fighting for that number 1 spot again.
Yeah.
With the Milwaukee.
Yep.
And they have Brooklyn tonight at 7.
Brooklyn tonight. What a
Milwaukee's
Brooklyn.
playing Brooklyn tonight.
No,
So-
Celtics. How about NHL? You guys got NHL update? I know
Yep.
the Bruins had a
I
big road trip here.
Yeah, 8-game win streak.
8-game win streak.
Yeah, King of the Hill still. They trade NHL trade deadline the 3rd.
Yeah.
So big trades moving around, but not that much. They 4-3 win over Calgary.
Yeah.
And they're at Buffalo tonight.
They're playing tonight too. So a lot on TV for sports if you want tonight. Celtics and the Bruins. We gotta go, guys. We gotta go to NASCAR. Big win. We didn't do California, but the week before we did
Daytona.
Daytona. What happened in Daytona, Mrs. Groom?
Well,
2 minutes.
Stenhouse came in
Yeah, 2
first.
minutes. 2
Stenhouse, yes. Stenhouse came in first.
Yeah.
Logano came in second.
Uh-huh.
So
Did you keep track of
I
our
did.
picks?
I did.
I see you have a spreadsheet
I
here.
do.
So
I do.
okay, go ahead. Well, who finished? How do we do?
All right. So the way we're doing this is we are averaging.
Yes, we're gonna take two
So-
drivers and
yep.
average their finishes.
So I had Blaney Logano 8 and 2 for a 5.
Uh-huh.
You had Bowman and Briscoe 20, the average.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bowman 5, Briscoe 35.
Oh,
Didn't do so well.
yeah.
Crash. Hamlin 17, Elliott 38 for an average of 28.
Uh-huh.
And Bill had, Bill Groom is Mr. Groom, had Blaney for 8, Briscoe for 35, average of 22.
I didn't know we were counting Mr. Groom last week.
He did give me the picks last week, so
I'm gonna trust that you.
I swear. Yeah, he even told you himself.
So this year we're adding. Vince and Al are gonna pick one driver. We're gonna pick 2 drivers, and Mr. Groom is gonna do this too.
Yep.
To fill in as well.
Yeah,
So we go to Vegas this week.
We do.
Vegas. Can I pick first?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Kyle Busch, who won last week, and Logano.
Oh.
You can pick the same drivers, by the way, if you want to copy me.
I honestly like that guy, the Chase Elliott guy.
Okay, so Al's gonna go
Pretty
Chase.
fire.
You got another driver besides Chase Elliott?
The guy I picked, the other guy.
You go with the same team?
Hamlin.
Hamlin's a beast.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, Mrs. Groom.
I chose Ross Chastain and Truex.
Okay. And Vince, do you know any NASCAR at all?
I'll go with Logano.
You want to go
Okay.
Logano? Here's what we'll do, Mrs. Groom. Why don't we let Al pick one and Vince pick one for the?
Okay.
There'll be a team.
He picked
I'm down. I guess.
Chase Elliott.
Elliott and we'll take out Hamlin and put in Logano.
And how about Mr. Groom?
He's picked Suarez and LaJoy.
Oh, okay. Well, that will complete our Tiger Talk today. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We had
Nice
a great
guy.
show.
Nice
You
job.
guys did great. We'll see you guys next week, hopefully.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll look forward to getting ready for baseball and obviously the basketball game. Coming on next is Superintendent Spotlight.
Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies.